Hey guys, and welcome back to this week's video. So this week, we're near Loch Carron, I think it's called. Last night we stayed in an Airbnb, we come and met these guys again. We needed to do washing, we needed showers, and we sort of booked it before we knew we were catching back up with those guys. I don't know what the plan is today. Unfortunately, like I said earlier in the series, Jess had some bad news, so we're going to be heading back about a week earlier than we thought we were. So we're currently on day 7, I think it's Friday today. So we've been on here 7 days. There's snow forecast for like the Lake District and Midlands band of the UK.
Heavy snow and freezing rain is causing widespread disruption across the UK, with amber warnings in place in parts of northern England, the Midlands and Wales. Forecasters say up to 40 centimetres of snow could fall in some places, and temperatures overnight fell as low as -11 Celsius.
And to be honest, the UK just turns into a complete show when snow comes down. So I think instead of getting stuck up here, we need to be back mid part of next week anyway, which the snow's forecast for this weekend. I think we're going to try and make headway south to avoid that snow. We've got a few things left to see before we completely disappear, and I think we're going to potentially stop in Glencove for the night and then go down the lakes. But yeah, I'm not really sure. It's a really loose plan at the minute, purely because chasing the weather. However, it's snowing currently. Don't know if you can make that out. And we've got some blue sky starting to appear around here. So hopefully today turns into quite a nice day. The road conditions are interesting because it snowed, froze, and then rained, froze, and then snowing now. So the road conditions are interesting, but that's what we came for. We wanted snow, and just look at it. You have to excuse the shantytown washing setup that we've got in the back here, but the Airbnb had a washing machine but nowhere to dry, which was...
Well, yeah. We've got things part dry, but nothing's drive through, so we're just finishing it all off.
But it's useful as a chocolate fire guard, is what that is. We're currently in a little town or village called Shieldaig, which is just absolutely stunning.
Very quaint. Out on the coast in the West Highlands. It's lovely here.
Yeah, it's just north of Applecross is where we are.
But the snow has turned to rain now, hasn't it?
Yeah, if you look at the windscreen, you can see the snow. The rain, sorry, has started to come in. Jack has gone to meet some random man that lives in a caravan in Shieldaig.
Apparently he's very lovely, and when they last visited, he went out fishing and gave them some fish, cooked them, and they cooked fish for them. And
he's one of those, I think it's a bit of a local character to the village.
A legend.
Yeah, legend's maybe a bit far.
A legend.
Just some bloke that lives in a caravan on a pier and goes fishing every day. To be honest, sounds like bliss.
Yeah.
Maybe we're the ones doing it wrong. But yeah, so we're trying to find a little cottage that Jack wants to go and photograph. I was going to go further north, but to be honest, the snow turning to rain has put us off going to the mountains that we were going to go and see, because they're all in cloud anyway. So,
yeah.
And it's literally like an extra hour's drive for no benefit whatsoever.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to head down onto Skye. Melissa's got this apparently amazing breakfast spot.
The best breakfast we'll ever have.
Yeah, that's the way they sold it, and then proceeded to say we may have oversold it. So yeah, we'll see what that's like. But we'll take you guys along for that. We'll get some breakfast. We're quite away from Skye at the minute. Obviously, if we're at Shieldaig, we're sort of what, probably an hour and a half?
Yeah, so we're going to have to go up a
2
further
hours.
bit north and then loop around.
I think we're going to be there for lunch, not breakfast, personally.
Yeah.
Because it's 9:30 now.
We're going to miss breakfast.
I think it's going to be 11:30, 12 o'clock before we're there.
Yeah,
So,
and then we'll see what the weather's like over there, but maybe have a bit of an explore of
the
more
south
southern
side of Skye. Because obviously we know we've been to Skye already. But I don't know if people have done winter in Scotland.
Yeah.
You have to chase the weather.
It was a very whistle-stop tour before, wasn't it? So it'd be nice to spend a bit more time there.
Yeah.
And then we'll be heading south. Got to
Yeah.
go home at some point.
Yeah, so like I said this morning, the UK is expecting snow. And to be honest, nobody can drive in the UK on the motorways in snow. So I want to try and get south of where that belt is going to be. Just because we need to be home now, I think,
sort
for
of going
family.
to be across the Midlands and Yorkshire, isn't it? So it'd be nice to avoid that coming at the weekend.
Sorry, we've just got a message about why we need to be home, which has now been confirmed, the fact that we need to be home. Yeah, I'm going to put the camera down. We have just come to somewhere that I love photographing. So when you do the coast road past the Blackner Bar, you get spat out on this. Now, a lot of people might recognise this, the little red cottage with a view. A little red roofed cottage anyway. I love coming to photograph this. We've specifically come up for this, so I'll put the shot on screen. I know this is not a photography channel, but yeah. I was saying I'm going to put it on screen, we'll see if it's any good. So, we're just going to head back to the vans now, which are up here. And Jack is back there. I'll get back on the road, heading up towards Skye.
This morning I miss you. I feel it in every part of my bones. Something hit me when I opened my eyes. I was feeling so empty inside. New York looks different without you.
We've just arrived at the restaurant that Mel has recommended. That was a very long drive, took about an hour and a half, but we did drive past probably the most stunning lake with a house on it. I'll put a picture in here because I hope it came out all right. But the water was literally glass, which was absolutely incredible to see. It's not often you really get to see that, where you get a day so calm in winter that the lake just completely reflects whatever's above it. We're going to head in and we're going to go and get some lunch / breakfast because it's 11:45, which is basically lunchtime. Jack is already eyeing up both the lunch and the breakfast menu and is debating going for 2 sittings. So yeah, we'll see how that one goes. I bet he still only goes for 1. But no, let's go inside. Let's go and get some breakfast lunch. So we've just been to the Misty Bottle, which is a whiskey and gift shop there, just on Skye, really not far from the roundabout after you come over the bridge. And we decided to purchase a few, which Jess has just put out of the way.
Oh,
So we've got a Jura, 7 wood, a 10 and a Journey. And then Lafroig, we got a 10-year. This is apparently meant to be one of the easiest to drink, according to Jack. And apparently these are just very nice as well. So the plan for this afternoon is we're going to head back to Glencoe once again. So we're going to head back down there, and then we're going to get to the bridge of Orkney, because the UK's got the weather warning coming in, and it looks like it is actually going to, because it's been upgraded to an amber weather warning. We're on.
Cheers, boss.
Yeah, boss please. What a cock. Come on.
Might want to go this bit.
Oh baby.
That didn't actually go as bad as I thought it was
It
going
actually went really well, didn't it?
Lissy, look.
Oh.
I got too cocky the second time.
That's because that's like the price of olive oil these days. That's unfortunate.
Man down.
So we've just made dinner. By accident, we've both ended up making the same thing. But yeah, last dinner of the trip.
Sad times.
Yeah, we've got to drive home, and we're going to split that up this time, because honestly driving up in one go is just fucking miserable. So yeah, we're going to split that up and have dinner, and then we're going to have a final dram of whiskey together, I think.
Yep.
Before heading
Lissy crossing the bridge.
separate ways in the morning.
Also got a lovely ice rink provided.
Basically, I've come across a very lovely gate provided, and I'm very excited.
We do. This whole area here, which is just black, is completely like ice, which is beautiful. So yeah, you're gonna eat dinner. We'll catch up with you in a bit. So we've eaten out 7 times in 7 days.
That's one a day.
I'm sure there's been a day where we just haven't eaten out.
Yeah, but sometimes we've eaten out twice a day, isn't there?
The Sky Day, that was twice.
Everyone Sky.
Everyone Sky. So yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Once we've had it that we've eaten out, which
How nutted.
usually we do like once or twice on a trip.
That's our influence. I'm really sorry.
You're really expensive to travel with.
To be fair,
You said that so seriously, like you're being serious.
because he
I mean, the numbers don't lie.
So I feel like we should turn the camera around and get it to see kind of how he's laying. You really expensive to travel.
Do you want me like one of your French
The
girls?
thing is, if we actually could sell a painting of Alex painted by Jack,
Sorry, for context, Jack just bashed his head. The toilet seat cantilever.
Yeah, cantilever's off the edge. Jack just nearly fell off.
Jack, can you push it back? You're gonna snap it with your big.
we also need to account for the fact that we've also spent £80 on whiskey
Right.
between us.
No. She was lovely and caring, the woman at the shop.
Can you just show me how you stroke that again?
Why are you stroking it?
What is it? QVC?
The woman, we thought we'd had low oil pressure. We thought the engine was toast, and she was trying to work out how to like help us in any which way she could. So we spent over 100 quid in whiskey instead.
You did get a free pipette.
Really, we got played.
And that pipette was only £2.50 versus the one I saw today was £4.
Provided.
Do you know what I love though? Is that you guys had specifically asked to go to the whiskey shop, and then we were the ones that got the whiskey pipette.
Yeah, I know. We
offered a
literally
pipette.
influenced the whole thing, and then
We got the free thing.
you know what? I'm not mad
You
because
can have
at
it
the end of
this
the day,
time. Next time,
for me,
it'll be a free van.
that night was a real that night was a real turning point for the trip, because I think that was like there was a bit of adversity that day, and then it all came good. Like it could have been a whole lot worse,
Oh, we could have not been here.
and then I feel like when we pulled up at that car park or that park up,
It
it
was
was
good.
full, and then we made the best of that situation.
Yeah.
That was really good, and then obviously went for the swim the next morning into Aviemore, then decided to make a completely reckless decision and travel the width of Scotland
Yeah.
to Skye.
Go on, Sky, for
And
a
that
day.
wasn't the last time we were there.
You get to lay under the van with a diesel heater, puffing out more than Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, it was, yeah. I've gone
Not for the
smokeless now,
first
though.
time.
I was sat on the side
Or
of
the
the
last
road
time.
drinking whiskey with the people going past.
Yeah.
Hello. dog walkers that stuck Derek on the middle of my windscreen. Absolutely no idea who they were.
Camera. Just for clarity, these two people here just came round and saw me
Not going in the box.
flinging that at Jack's windscreen and then proceeded to help put it right in the middle. No idea who they were, just walked up and were like, you're doing that wrong. Sfdonk.
They said it like complete experts as well. Like, no, you.
Well, it was two blokes on together.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Cut.
Also, all of this was written by Melissa, so any complaints go to her HR department.
just lose me job.
No, you can't actually put that in there because I will lose my job. I can't be on the YouTubes.
Right.
Late.
Well, we
should have thought about that before you came with us for a week.
Jack made me.
Whoa. Whoa. Right. I'm going to grab the camera.
Yeah.
Good
So,
talks.
Melissa, last 2 weeks of travelling around. 2 weeks? 10 days.
Why do this to me?
7 days.
Not even a week, crikey.
Not even a week.
I've travelled around with Jess and Alex. Top moment.
Oh, this is like pressure.
Wait. Ask it again.
Hawksby!
Wait.
You do someone else first.
Right, Alex. Travelling around with us for the last 2 weeks. No, 10 days. No,
No, 7 days.
7 days. It's still 7 days.
Best moment travelling around, probably yesterday, when we came through the valley towards Skye, and it literally just looked like Norway. It was absolutely stunning. Why is that
It
controversial?
showcases orange lights because.
Why is that controversial?
That's what I was going to say.
That's because
I'm sorry,
in the
Hitler,
spirit.
I'm not allowed my own opinion.
Controversial in my opinion.
Right, seeing as it's Jess and Alex adventure,
Oh no, don't ask me because my brain will go blank.
Jess.
you're in the spotlight, literally. What was your favourite moment of the last 2 weeks? No, 10 days. No, 7 days.
I don't know.
Good chat. Anyway, Melissa.
They've all been good moments. Genuinely.
Wow, that's the biggest cop out ever, isn't it? The
Memories,
moment we
like-
saw Jack and Melissa right next. Melissa.
My favourite moment was when we met in Pitlock Creek Co-op car park and we were all really nervous and polite to each other.
And then it went downhill really
It
quickly.
descended into utter chaos to a point.
I've just been called a gnome ever since. Yes, and an angry gnome. I don't know how you haven't actually
Seem
hit
angry
Alex.
about it. You're an angry little mouse.
Because they're forcing me to smile.
Right, Jess, can you think of a favourite moment? There must have been something. I swear to God, if it says anything about Hawksby, I'm gonna
I know.
lose
My
it.
favourite moment was the bagel today.
No.
It was a really good bagel.
It was a good bagel.
It's really
apart
good.
From apart from this guy here said it just tastes like a fire.
Yeah, Alex didn't have
It's
any
good. Oh yeah,
opinion.
it was a good bagel, but the fish tasted like it was a fire.
Oh, it was
Absolutely
something
wasted my
salmon.
mouthful on you.
Something salmon.
Smoked salmon.
Smoked salmon. It just tasted like a fire.
Did not.
It did. And literally, there was no other. There was no cream cheese flavour. There was nothing. It was just burnt embers.
Alex just doesn't have a mature palate.
Crikey! Now I've got to think
Jack,
of a favourite.
what's your favourite moment from this little expedition?
Oh, go on, let's see. Oh, crikey. As we know, it takes me a long time to do everything, so I
Well, not everything.
thought we were friends.
We are, but 5 seconds is a new record.
Oh, crikey. What was my favourite
What
bit?
on his face?
The big disgrace.
Oh, it's just the
What
explosion.
was my favourite?
What was your favourite moment from this trip?
To be fair, I have to say New Year's Day was my favourite. Because we had
left.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. The day that we didn't spend with Jess and Alex was definitely the best. No, we did spend some time together, didn't we? We went down to a little house on...
We spent about 20 minutes.
Yeah, and we left and we didn't say bye.
No. We looked around and the van had gone.
No, I have to say, to be fair, yesterday was probably the best one. Yesterday was probably the best moment of the trip because we had no idea what we were doing. I'd got major FOMO, but also realisation that we were... Yeah, I was a Debbie Downer. Major realisation that we had to go home sort of tomorrow, Sunday. No idea what to do. And then Alex was like, well, we're going north, so you're welcome to join, / you're actually coming, you have no choice. And then we went and found some snow, didn't we? And it was
found lots and lots and lots
it was
of
pretty
snow.
good. And then we had a really cool wild camp last night while these two were in an Airbnb. Well, I mean,
Well, to be fair,
won't talk about
because of that, you did get venison burgers cooked for you and a fire.
I'm not slating the level of service we received.
And then we should also point out that technically that cost us a pan and a washing up pot because we forgot to bring it out.
Airbnb thing wasn't very cheap for you.
To be fair, it's only a cheap pan.
£116 it cost you. You're in the hole for about 180 quid at this point.
Literally.
How expensive of a pan do you think we have?
Well, yeah, the pan's not that
The
expensive.
pan was like 15 quid.
Sorry, normally it's increasing.
Hyde's coffee maker.
George Clooney with his Nespresso over there. Dickhead.
Oh, can I change my favourite moment? My favourite moment was
This evening.
when we were at Braemar and then we went and camped down near the Linn of Dee and we parked there and then there was like the big sunset. That was really nice. Alex whipped out his smoker like an absolute mole.
That was actually
the camp up with the wall?
that was the
Yeah.
first night, wasn't it? Yeah. That was actually really nice. That was a lovely drive.
Fantastic park up, was that?
Yeah.
I really like
By
that.
With a
accident,
lovely
well.
wall provided.
And to be fair, I think my real favourite moment was I'm putting it around to everyone as I'm talking, just for fun. Was like
dizzy watching this.
she's only just been allowed to use technology.
I think it was watching you guys, like it was watching you, Jack, get out of your comfort zone and go swimming in that loch
Oh yeah.
garden with Alex.
Yeah.
And like just having a bit of a different fun time and just just having that park up in general was quite fun.
Yeah, that was good.
This is Jack, I'm Melissa, and this is Dougal, our van.
He's a 2012 Volkswagen Transporter, short wheelbase, with barn doors. Controversial subject, I know, but we love it. So we bought him as a plumber's van. Your dad used it as a miniature horse transport, which it was perfect size for. But when he decided to sell it, we jumped in. So we bought him on 135,000 miles, and we've just tipped over on this trip to 180. So he's been about a bit. Let's take you inside. So as you can see, it's a nice compact setup. We've got a bed, a Yeti, and all of our storage is interchangeable. So everything within this van, the way I see it, has to have two purposes. So for argument's sake, these here, suitable for recovering us in rough conditions, but they also double up as our levelers. Our Yeti keeps all of our stuff cool. It also doubles up as a nice seat. Moving around to the back of the van, we've got our bed, which doubles up as a shelf to cook on, but when it's fully pulled out, makes a full king-size bed. Perfect for keeping us warm and comfortable on our long adventures. Moving back outside, obviously it's got a very utilitarian look about it, with the BF Goodrich all-terrain tyres, standard steels, and of course, over there, a Bravo snorkel. We built it to be a go-everywhere van, and there's not many places it hasn't actually been. We've been to Scotland more times than we can count now, probably 8 times in it. Been off-roading.
Gone to the Highlands.
onto the islands.
What's the ferry trip?
We've done a lot. We've been about. So, I'm not thinking. It's not a lot of stuff. Behold
The
my
mess.
stuff. So, the most important adventure wear, Crocs. If you don't have Crocs, you're doing it wrong. So under here, obviously, full disclosure, we're at the end of a near 10-day trip.
Yeah.
So, it doesn't always look like this. This is one feature which is not normally there. That's our dirty laundry. But under here, I've got some IKEA beams attached to the sides of the van, which allow us to sleep comfortably and securely, whilst also having this massive garage space. So under here, we've got things like Melissa's Crocs, our awesome lifesaver, grab bags for our footwear, a complete climbing rack, 2 hiking bags, and 2 North Face large duffels, which house our clothes. These here, what Melissa pointed out earlier on, these are our blocks. Everyone looks at our blocks and go, what are they? But these fit neatly in that drawer I showed you, which then pulls out to a full king-size bed. I have a tyre on the roof. So, as I showed you earlier on, we've got, and this doesn't match currently, so watch this space. Obviously, with the large tyres, I've got the largest size tyres that you can get on a non-lifted transporter. So if you've got a transporter, as far as I'm aware, and it works on mine, so I'm not saying it might or might not work on yours, but it works on mine. We've got 245, 70, 16 size tyres. Obviously, these come with a 215, 70, yeah, a very small tyre in comparison. And the tyres which are now fitted won't fit underneath. So I've got a full size 245, 70, 16 on the top, albeit a different brand, and I've kept the spare tyre underneath, because if you put a standard spare, if we get a puncture on the front and you put a standard spare on, you'll knacker your diff. So we have to keep 2 tyres with us. Again, as much as it's an inconvenience, it stops us getting into trouble when we're out adventuring.
So you also have, in the front, which we aren't going to show you exactly, slippy ice, sorry, is a double swivel seat. But it's nice because we've heard that some swivel seat bases are like really pushy, like they take ages to get round. But ours comes all the way out into the living space, and you flip it in one turn, push it back, and it screws in. So that's really handy as well, because it just creates such much more open space when you're sitting in the van. Like I can sit on the bed, chill out, Jack can sit on the chair with his feet on the Yeti. It creates such a better space for living in, because it is only a small space. Jack's 6'3", I fit fine, but it does get a bit tight, a bit claustrophobic after a few days. But it works well for us, doesn't it?
All in all, we love it, don't we?
Yeah.
It really works well. For a small van, I mean, I drive it daily, so it needs to be small, compact, be able to fit into a car park when I need it to, but it also expands into something which allows us to come and adventure in places like this without the need for a bigger driveway, different, you know, the change in our lives. I mean, all credit to Alex for Norm. He drives it daily, and the fact that he squeezes that down roads in Cornwall, tip my hat to you, sir, because I just couldn't deal with the stress. But yeah,
That's Dougal.
that's Melissa, I'm Jack, and that is Dougal.